Hello, buddy. Welcome back. Okay. Phone plugged in over here. What's up, Demon Soul? So I might try out some more Malachi. Did pretty well with him yesterday. I think against champions that are kind of slippery, that are difficult to W onto, which there are several right now, but especially like Vayne, Lucian, probably Ezreal. Hey, what's up, Valor? Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, Butter, Mitch? Man or woman with Japanese symbols. Sorry, I can't read that. But hello. So, anyways, I think Malachi against those like really mobile ADCs in the bot lane, especially, could be pretty useful because it's so hard to hit them with Rakan with the W. So we'll see. It's possible if we have a really aggressive lane, we could try out a Nami pick too, or a later pick. No, it's not going to let us scout. Okay, there it goes. Carries autofilled. Actually, no, he's not. Why do they have these switched around? Sort of. He has played Jinx a few times. Who is that banning a lot of all these guys are pretty good on their champs, it seems. Oh, they took the Zed, though. That guy just straight dodged. He's like, nope. Oh, wait a second. He really wanted to play some Zed. Were there any changes today to surrender at 20? There were some very cool adjustments if they go through. For Ingenious Hunter. Damn it, they took him away. Man, I was really hype about that too. So basically there's nothing so far on the PvE. It's not good. Okay, I guess they're nerfing conditioning. They're buffing phase rush, it looks like. Get extra range on Wither. Which is, okay, I guess. It'll allow you to slow the backline. Now this could be pretty huge though on Galio. Grants all allied champions in the area the magic shield. That's actually pretty massive against a magic damage team comp. Did Urgot really get Star Guardian? Are y'all trolling? these World Breaker skins look pretty cool. Really? Star Guardian Urgot? Oh my gosh, why? So dumb. Pajama Guardian. Cosplay Urgot. Hey, what's up, Evan? Well, thanks so much. I appreciate it. So ridiculous. I guess, you know, he finally does need some skins, because his skins are pretty bad, I think, for the most part. And that does make him like, try to look cute, I guess. At least they're doing kind of a funny skin. Oh, it's an April Fool's skin. Oh, come on, boys. I guess someone do it. We might get a troll. I just don't want to wait anymore. If we don't see the Draven on our team, we can probably ban Draven if he's not back on our team. Okay, James Enzor was the guy from a couple of queues ago. He was the Jinx player. And of course, we get immediately punished for not dodging the queue every time. With the jungle fiddle. Please tell me he's a one trick at least. He is. I mean, it's not that great though if that's like your only champ and you're 48% on it.
Draven out.
What's up, Alejandro? I just banned Draven strictly because in the last queue somebody was hovering Draven, and usually Draven players are one tricks. Zarash. I don't see any Akali games. Feels like it's kind of YOLO to me. Mid 2 is like 51% on Mordekaiser. Cleanse. Jungle Fiddle, which is going to be pretty obnoxious. Nocturne, they have so much dive. It's probably like Nocturne middle, Fizz jungle. I mean, I guess it could be Kaisa going somewhere weird, but... Hey, that's good. Hey, support's a cool, cool role. Let's do Recon. We gotta be able to get on that Fizz really reliably. More...
Let's dance.
Yeah, it's... I think I'm gonna dodge this. So I have way too much scaling with the Fizz and Twitch. And we just don't have great win rates on our champs. I'm gonna dodge it and go on the PvE. Or not to PvE, the Smurf. TFT Mobile. Korean ad. Nice. Yeah, support. I think support's in a pretty good place right now. You can have quite a bit of impact, and there are several different types of champions that can be good. That's probably true, Matt. Uh-oh, Jolty got back to gold. It's on. Hey, what's up, Hungry Berry? Banning Ezreal. This guy must have just lost with an Ezreal on his team. It's like, dude, they're just gonna play Vayne if you ban their Ezreal.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
Tongue daddy. Larry the Lobster. The old set support, huh?
There is no antidote for me.
Well, I haven't seen it, to be fair. If it was my main, I definitely would have dodged. Okay, we didn't get the support set anymore, so that's good. We do risk them banning Cassiopeia, but people don't look up other people as much in this elo. I think this is probably going to be like gold 3 or something.
Doubt is the greatest enemy.
We did lose 2 or 3 in a row on our Smurf a while ago, so now we might be down to like gold 3 MMR. Just looks so goofy. Because we were at an 80% win rate, and then I think we lost like 3 in a row. Yeah, because we were 12 out of 12 played. We'd lost like 3 or something. Now we're like 9 and 6, something like that. Okay, there's the... Doubt's the greatest enemy. Of course. Well, we're all AD. This is where the Casio comes in.
There is no antidote for me.
Pretty sure it's support set. I mean, their mid laners, Vel'Koz, most likely. Fiora has to go top. Jarvan's jungle. Yeah, I really think it's support set. Which is fine by me. Now let's settle down. Settle down now, settle down now. Finally getting a game in here. Jeez, I dodged once, but there's been like 4 or 5 other dodges. It's like 20 minutes we get a game.
Another game of snake and mouse.
I need some more emotes, man. I have so many emotes on the other accounts. I have like virtually endless blue essence, and I just keep buying all of the like random emote things.
Do you have a lawnmower? Or would you like one?
Minions have spawned.
Don't be coy.
Get him, Larry. I always think of the Big Lebowski with Larry.
If you don't control
Larry, this is what happens when you do things to a stranger. Editor censoring it there. Big Lebowski's great. That was probably my favorite movie when I was like in middle school or something. Classic. It is really hard to all in early on because you will run out of mana. You really got to be level 3 before you can all in successfully. Especially to get through Aftershock. It's just so many resistances early on. Oh my god, dude. It's just like the exact wrong amount of damage. What's up, Prophet? What are they? They're trying to do Rift? Oh, he's trying to roam middle. That's interesting. Is he actually gonna get him? He's just gonna int under the tower? Oh, he actually got to walk away. Okay. People do try to roam way too much at this elo, I found. Usually it's my support over roaming.
People are watching. How could they not be?
Okay, Vel'Koz might be roaming down.
Wealth is valuable only as a means to power.
I know, dude. I couldn't get close enough. They were all over me. I'll have to get a tier.
An ally has been slain.
I thought he was going to be close enough for me to jump.
Violence is so messy.
But I was so close to those feathers being able to... With her being able to pull those feathers on me. You gonna do this or what? 50 on 6.
An ally has been slain.
My attentions are needed elsewhere.
What'd they get?
Every
Harold?
problem is an opportunity.
Okay. What's up, Pan?
Do not tempt a
An enemy has been slain.
I'm not gonna wait the whole time. Thin this out a little bit here.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, she's not up there. She's down here, so I have to stay down here with her. I should have kept it frozen. I should have known she was gonna ult there. I should have waited. It's unfortunate. I didn't get that. I think I missed a Q on him.
I'll be back soon. Miss me. think.
Guess I'll hold on to my TP. I could have TP'd down there, but I did lose a cannon there. I don't know. Maybe I should have TP'd. I wasn't sure if I should have TP'd to the fight or if I should have TP'd bottom, so I just decided to hold on to it. So I didn't want to TP bottom and then them need me middle. Dude, Set better get down here. If I ever hit her with a Q, it's on. What? How the fuck did she get away? Her W? Damn it. That's frustrating. She was like 1 pixel away from getting hit with my E there.
Requires precision.
It's fine.
First lady will soon fall. You have slain an enemy. Enemy has been slain.
Hoping she wouldn't be there. It was very close. If I just had like 2 more seconds alone with him. But I think it was worth the risk. I do have a free reset with my TP.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
But I never got it.
Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. They really have that warded.
Stay out of my business. business, and I stay reading your CD.
Seems like it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Laura's going wild.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Nah, you don't miss that line most of the time.
I like to leave a lasting impression.
It's just his stats just aren't good enough. Like, I've tried it, it's okay. It seems like it should be good in theory, but there are just items that are way better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get Leandri's.
We all wear masks, some better than others.
I think I dropped a couple of, like, I could have kited a little better with my E's there.
Spineless? No. Flexible?
I should have backed earlier. Like, as soon as I saw him roll up with the Herald, like, I knew they were going to make a play bottom. Like, it was so telegraphed. So I should have just backed and then teleported back in with stronger items. And I probably could have won that if I spent my, like, 2,000 gold that I had there. I should have probably pushed that all the way in before I went for that.
I'm not so easy to get out of your system.
An ally has been slain.
Dude, for real? Oh my god. Wait, how are there 3 people bottom and we're still getting pushed in middle? Man, these Smurf games really have been, like, this is so difficult early on. That is 80 carry at least.
Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy rampage.
Yeah, it's okay to go in. She doesn't have any cooldowns. You're full health. Oh my gosh. Okay. You like stunned her and didn't even throw a spear at her. You just saw her use her ult on me.
You have slain an enemy.
I need Rylai's. I should have gotten Rylai's. So I could run people down better.
An ally has been slain.
Hey, what's up, Fane? Holy. It's like literally 1v9. Is what it feels like. There were definitely a couple of kills that I botched on, I could have killed Zaya at least one more time. I feel like if I had used my ult a little bit better. So I'm not having the greatest technical game. It's just like the margin of difficulty is like, or the margin of error is so slim, and it's like really in a gold game I can't make like any mistakes.
I'll take care
I have to
of
like
everything.
ultra hard carry to win. I mean, that's just basically like Diamond. I guess Rakan's just AFK at this point. Can't say that I notice much of a difference.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Oh, hopefully he comes back. I mean, I think we can still win. It's possible. Click that. Can anyone clear the support off of our inhibitor? There's like 2 people.
Godlike. An ally has been slain.
The top lane, like that Fiora is just so fed. She's like 8-1. Our top laner is 0-7. She's 8-1. Jesus. All right. Yeah, man. It's rough. It's getting rough on the Smurf. Alright, we'll go back on the main here. Well, way more people do AFK in silver, obviously, but I mean, there is a difference other than just AFKs. Like, if you drop, you know, a whole lobby full of diamond people into a whole lobby full of silver people and nobody AFKs, you know, it's still gonna be a massacre. I don't know. I just needed to do more to carry. There were several kills that I dropped. I think I just mismanaged my micro. I think I mean, it still was going to be very difficult. Like, Fiora is really hard to deal with if she parries your ult. But she's hard for, like, any AD carry to deal with. When she comes out of lane, like, 6-0, you know, with, like, Trinity plus one other item, and they can get away with, like, sitting 4 people on you on the bot lane and nothing else happens. I mean, we did, like, we got 2 dragons, I took 2 blues, I think I killed 3 or 4 people in the laning phase, and I was up, like, 40 CS. So, I don't know. I mean, we did alright, but there was more we could have done, I suppose. I know that on that dive play, I could have backed and bought stuff, because I knew they were going to try to use Rift bottom. I could have backed with TP. I wasn't expecting the Fiora to come down, to walk down there like that. She may have TP'd down, actually. I don't remember. But, I mean, there were definitely things I could have done. I was greedy, holding my TP. If I had more gold there, I maybe could have turned it and killed him. When I was kiting, I think there were several times I could have landed a couple more E's. And that could have made a big difference. What else I've been thinking about banning? If I'm gonna potentially play Maokai, I won't ban him. Echo's probably pretty good against Katarina. We'll just ban Echo. That was one of his backups, so I guess I should have been more careful. Katarina's not, like, ultra popular, though, so... Oh, man, I really hope they don't dodge this. We finally have several people that seem pretty damn good, hopefully. Or at least they're on their main champs. Like, we have 3 out of the 4 people are on their main champs. You can't really ask for much more than that. I mean, our jungler's kind of questionable, but everyone has a pretty high win rate. And 3 of the 4 are on their main champs. And they're all, like, pretty respectable if you're good on them. That is a lot of magic damage on their team.
The islands will bloom again.
That's fine. Well, that's good, Evan. Yeah, Morg's pretty straightforward if you want to play her. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Teemo's gonna be pretty annoying. My sapling's in the bushes. They don't detect him, but if he ever walks out of stealth, then he's gonna get busted up by those saplings.
Life can come back once the earth is turned.
Your skills are inferior.
I'm actually trolling. I mean, what's he supposed to go in that matchup, though? It is a tough matchup for Tryndamere, but yeah, Mercury Treads are good here, for sure.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I don't think they don't really have a very good invade comp, but... I maybe could have leashed for the Yi a little bit better, but... I probably could have leashed for Yi and then just warded the try there. It did watch out for invade, but yeah, I mean, they could be trolling us. If he wants to waste all of his mana on me, I'm cool with that.
Now they only Mortals irritate me.
First love. An enemy has been slain.
I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. He doesn't have a ton of mana yet either, but... Too many minions there, I think, to go for that. I think he just backed based on how Vayne's acting. It could be a bait, but I could have flash W'd him. I don't know. Vayne has heal and he has flash, and there are a bunch of minions. I just think it was going to be a little too risky. We're still going to gain a pretty big advantage here. Please. Damn, I should have ignited. I think I could have ignited there a little bit faster.
Flee into the forest. I am the forest.
That was a nice dodge. Yeah, that lane's over. Okay, going lethality gen. Okay. It's getting spicy. You know, that's actually not that bad against, like, Malphite, though, because you can get that, the Edge of Night with the Banshee's Veil effect, if that's what he's going for. Oh, Elise was there blocking. Damn, I got thugged. I didn't see the Elise. I committed too hard. I should have just W'd and then Q'd, auto'd, and like walked away. I'm still kind of learning Maokai. His limit. I thought Cat was coming in there much faster, but she got cut off by the Elise. I'm our only two deaths. Feels bad.
What have
Trinmer's beating up that Malphite though. That's good. I maybe shouldn't have done that without boots. I'm gonna be losing too much experience. I need to hit 6.
If I've already lost, I will take them with me.
I don't think we could kill him at level 2. Yeah, I think you're supposed to start E. You get a lot better scouting. Will you get flamed if you play mouse support? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people would flame or not. I get flamed for playing Rakan. Sometimes. I mean, Destiny wasn't flaming me directly. We had him in one of our games, probably about a month or so ago. He's like kind of a semi-famous streamer. who I think is thought of as a smart player, and he still, like, did not understand why Rakan was good. He didn't even understand what Rakan's basic abilities were doing. And, like, what they did. And he was just calling him trash the whole time. So he wasn't, like, flaming me directly, but he was definitely flaming the pick. So yeah, I mean, maybe you get flamed for him, I don't know. I got flamed for playing Malzahar support too, like when it was like really OP. After they did the changes on like patch 6.24 before everyone was playing in pro like a month later. It wasn't all my idea. Firewall, he's like one of the OG people that used to be the look at what the Koreans do and make a video about it every day. Now it's pretty much like the formula for every channel. But he saw some Koreans doing it, and I tried it out, and I was like, I think this is actually pretty good. And then, like, my own duo that I played with from time to time. I don't have boots. It's gonna be spooky. There's no way he actually lives. How the fuck does he live? How did Teemo live?
Has destroyed a turret.
Dude. Come on. I mean, Jin could have auto-attacked him once, right? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody will flame you for it, but... we might just get carried this one. By this Yi and the, mostly the Katarina. I gotta get used to it. Like, melee champs are just so dangerous, because if you really don't know them very well, then you can just die. Basically. So many ways, because you're all in. Pretty much every time. I still don't... I was gonna get caught by the Elise, because I didn't have boots. So I thought we were just gonna be getting harassed by Teemo the whole time, just like Teemo Pope. So I got the early Negatron, but maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have gone boots anyways. I'm assuming Vayne healed him and he like flashed out or something. I don't know. I mean, he's not insane in lane, but I would say he has better all-in kill threat than something like a Nautilus right now. The thing is, like, you can't really dodge his engage if he gets close. Like, it's short range, but you can't dodge it. Yep. You're right, Ogrex. I guess I'd just go Zeke's. I don't know. I could also... I want to try this out since Cat's doing so well this game. Just rushing like a Shrelia is. And after that, we can get some more magic resist. I should really try to learn Cat. I think she's like really mechanically intensive. I don't know if I can... My old butt can handle that.
Every step defiance.
But like once she gets fed, she just is so difficult to deal with. no. Oh, please no. Hey, thanks, Jose. I appreciate it. Yeah. I guess that's one positive of the quarantine. Can watch some cool streams like ours here.
Legendary. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Dude. Jesus Christ. Well, that's unfortunate. Yes, the seed does grant vision. It's pretty solid vision, actually.
Has not ended.
It's very similar to a ward. It's like way more than a Teemo mushroom or like a ghost poro.
Killing spree.
I feel like it's at least like 600. It grants like a lot of vision when it very first comes up, but I think it fades after that. I mean, look, I'll drop one here. I guess it's maybe not as much as I thought, but it's still pretty good.
An enemy has been slain.
Jin chipped in, baby. Yeah, it certainly is very helpful, though. And it stays around for like 30 seconds, too. It's got really long range. Like, I can throw it from there into the bush. It's obviously, like, very nice.
Shut down. Team has destroyed a turret.
Okay, they just surrendered. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like you just kind of gotta quarantine. I mean, the biggest thing in the United States about that is that we just do not have like the hospital infrastructure to deal with everyone getting sick at once. I mean, some people are just like, well, just send everyone in. Everyone's gonna get sick anyways. Like, the problem is that it can put people out for a while, you know, and there's still a decent chunk of people, like 20%, I think, that require hospitalization, and we just don't have the beds in the country or the staff to do it. So if you literally get everybody sick at once, you know, pretty much, if just there's no quarantining measures whatsoever, and you get like even like half of the country is sick at once with it, because the illness, like, I think it takes, there's still a lot that's unknown about it, and it is mutating pretty quickly. I think it takes at least 2 weeks to recover, maybe 3. and the hospitalization, I think, is a lot closer to the 3 timeline. So, you know, if there's 400 million people in the United States, I guess I should have honored the cat, but if there's 400 million people in the United States and 200, you know, million of them are in the hospital at the same time, like, there aren't nearly enough beds. I think as far as like hospital ICUs, I had heard that it was something less than like 100. It was like 200,000 maybe ICU beds. So even with the quarantining measures, like, it still may not be enough. We still might run out of capacity. I mean, that's basically what's happening in Italy, and they've had like quite a lot of quarantining things, is their hospitals are just overflowing. So, you know, even if like only a quarter of the people in the United States get it, right? And even if of those, only 1/5 of those, you know, require hospitalization, you're still looking at 100 million people getting it, and then you're looking at 20 million hospitalizations, right? When we only have like 100,000 or 200,000 beds, like less than a million for sure ICU beds, from what I understand. So, you know, you'd have to only have like, I mean, hell, even if 10% of the population gets it, like, you contain it really hardcore and only 40 million people get it, and then of those 1/5 require hospitalization, that's still 8 million people in the hospitals. Even if it's like 1%, you know, 1 out of 99 gets it, right? That would still take it down to 4 million, and then 1/5 of those require hospitalization, and that's still 800,000 beds, which is still probably over our capacity. So it's like, even if it was 1%, we'd still be pushing it. So you have to try to spread that out as much as you possibly can for the hospital system to handle it. Hey, what's up, Celagora? And that buys more time to get treatments or cures. Potentially the vaccine, a full-on vaccine, is going to take a while. And especially because it's mutating so quickly, kind of like the flu. You know, there might be so many different strains running around, it's almost impossible to get a full vaccine. I've heard that with human trials and all that stuff, that's at minimum a year out and probably 2 years out. So we need to get that Army Corps of Engineers out there building all these makeshift hospitals. I mean, China, I think, built like 5 hospitals in a week or something like that. And they put down like super hardcore draconian measures, like they put the Hubei province on like mega lockdown. And they built like 5 extra hospitals, and they still had like 80,000 cases just in one province. And that they went about as hard as you could, aside from just like killing anyone that has symptoms on the spot. You know, they went about as hard as they could, and it still got to 80,000. Yeah, I know. I was giving a generous thing. That's what I think. I think it's a lot lower than that, like I was saying. I don't think they have that many ICU beds. So, I mean, it needs to be all hands on deck. Like, basically, kind of what we're doing. You have to just isolate everybody. And then you got to start building these hospitals, man. Like, just straight up. Like, they can do that from the World War II Act. Like, they can, you know, the president has the authority to, like, force the Army Corps of Engineers and maybe anyone else they can recruit in the government to start building these hospitals and just transforming arenas into makeshift hospitals. Just anything you can do to get beds, get space, and try to get as many medical professionals as you can in there. I mean, that's another thing. There's only so many doctors and nurses, too. You know, you might have to try to get some CNAs or just, like, hire some, like, techs on the spot. Get people employed. Some of these people that are unemployed off of stuff, just, like, throw money at them. Just say, hey, we'll give you $30 an hour to come in here and just, you know, run stuff around. Run IV bags around, run ventilators around. Like, you don't even have to have that much medical knowledge, probably. They probably train them in, like, 2 weeks to just do basic stuff. Just run the footwork so that, you know, the doctors, you know, can be more efficient and the nurses can be more efficient with their management. They need to put a bunch of these people to work that are out of work building these hospitals. You know, there's anything they can do to get people doing grunt work, pay them a lot of money, and just build shit and get a bunch of runners to, like, manage all the stuff. have them like fix food for them, or you know, have them do whatever, you know, like taxi them to and from, like get clean taxis or something run by these people that are just for the doctors and things like that to make it through traffic. I don't know, just get all this manpower to work with people that can't work anyways. Just get them busy doing something, employ them, just throw them cash, get them working, and get them busy, like trying to fix this problem. I mean, we gotta go way harder than we are right now. I mean, getting credit to banks and things like that, that's all good, right? So there's not defaults and not everyone loses their house on the mortgage and stuff like that. Like, that's all good, but we gotta stop everyone from dying, or there's gonna be like 10 million deaths off of this thing. And there was a good point that was brought up too. It's Twitch bottom, huh? Against Nami. I could do like Lulu here. It's a pretty bad matchup in a Nami. Might try it out.
Pleased to meet you.
Lulu is very good with Twitch. College students are probably in the hospital anyways, probably. A lot of them still went on spring break. I think a lot of people just don't understand just how, like, hardcore this could get if left unchecked. Nami is pretty good versus enchanters. It's kind of a tough call. We're probably going to lose lane, but Lulu is extremely good with Twitch. Lulu outscales Nami later on in the game. But yeah, it's going to be a tough lane. Looks like he probably is packing some lifesteal. If he's smart, he got Taste of Blood and probably even Ravenous Hunter for some extra healing in lane. If I was him, I would heavily consider taking Dorian's Shield in this lane too, but... So we'll see, man. I mean, it is spooky when you just start getting to those numbers with just how infectious this is. There was something, like, they just released a study, I think, today, where they were studying those cruise ships. And they figured out that the virus can live on surfaces for, like, 17 days. Or something like that. Most people had thought it was just, like, within a couple of hours or something. But it's 17 days. So you could have someone, you know, like cough into their hand or something, grab a doorknob, and if it's not disinfected, it's still live for 17 days.
30 seconds.
It's got this crazy combination of stuff where, you know, it has a long incubation period where you're very infectious. People have almost no natural immunity to this.
Against a smelly enemy.
It's not lethal for most people. Like, the thing is, like, super lethal stuff kills people so fast that they can't even, like, spread it to other people like that quickly. But
Minions have spawned.
Blindness is no impairment against a smelly enemy.
company should have saved 3 months ago 3 months wages and stopped eating avocado. The companies aren't eating avocado toast, man.
Stop asking for
I mean, a lot of companies, even with a crap ton of cash, like Apple,
Let us see who's
are still, like, losing a lot of their value. Like, there's, like, almost zero demand for most products. I mean, even things like Amazon, right, that has, like, billions and billions of cash, and they are going to be, like, one of the biggest beneficiaries of this, because everyone's buying everything on Amazon because they don't want to go out. Like, their demand is at capacity. Like, they're hiring, you know, thousands and thousands more people, and they're still, like, the stock market, their stock is still down, like, 30% on the year. Or 20%, something like that, a lot. I mean, it's really complicated, and like, there's no way you can plan, you know, to not have any sort of impact. Like, you can't just hold 90% of your money in cash as a company, or you're never going to be able to grow, or you're never going to be able to hire anybody, or like develop any sort of innovative technologies. I mean, there are definitely some ways where some companies where maybe, like, people were saying that, like, Delta and, you know, some of the cruise lines were doing all these buybacks and stuff, and people were saying, okay, well, maybe that was greedy. There might be some cases where people were a little too greedy, but, like, I mean, we've never seen anything quite like this except for the 1918 pandemic, the flu pandemic, and that was in a very different era. That's a fun Twitch skin. This lane's so brutal. Yeah.
First blood. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
So hard to trade against Nami too, because she does damage and healing on the same ability. That's something. No, the minions! Oof.
You'll see more with your eyes.
Is he middle? No. This is so scary.
An ally has been slain.
Kind of greeding out for the experience. Oh, I didn't even get the experience for that last one.
Yup, that tasted purple.
Yeah. I mean, the death rate might be overestimated too. I was just talking about just strictly the beds required to deal, because the death rate, like, it's overstated right now, but we're also not at capacity right now. So it's like, yeah, not a lot of people are dying in the U.S. as of right now, percentage-wise, but when there are no hospital beds available, you better believe that number is going to go up pretty high. Especially when you start running out of ventilators as well. But there was another thing that someone mentioned that I didn't even think about, is like, might be dead here. That was a good bubble. The Misfortune's slow, plus the, like, anything with CC, like a Nami's bubble is just absolutely brutal if you don't have any mobility. I probably should have played Rickon. It's always the answer. But yeah, like, when all those icy beds are taken, when all the icy beds are taken, if someone has a stroke or a heart attack or whatever, you know, they're gonna have a much higher mortality rate too, because they're not gonna be able to get the kind of attention that they probably need. And just like normal, like, everyday things that require ICU will also be hurt.
They aren't gonna like this.
We can get dunked by Jarvan as well. I don't know. I was just excited to be able to play a Lulu. Because that's one of, like, Lulu with Twitch or Kog'Maw are, like, the two that I think are pretty good. And I know people like variety, so I'm trying to sneak in old variety whenever I see an opportunity. Yeah, I shouldn't have stepped up like that. You just have to play like super far back and just kind of wait till the later. Especially if Jarvan's going to camp us, which he is. Wow, I can't believe he's not doing that. I mean, he had that for free if he wanted it. Okay, they're going to take it now. Yeah, it's... God bless, she's 1 and 4.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yeah, she's just AFK.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I should have background checked this one. Hey, thanks for the sub, I appreciate it. I'm sorry to hear about the earthquake flippy. She probably could have, I guess her bubble was maybe on cooldown, but she could have bubbled and then waved me. Yeah, every lane's just getting shattered. I thought Cassio was supposed to beat Yasuo in lane, but maybe not. I don't think Trista in general is that strong right now. It's probably okay. I mean, it does give you, like, more upfront burst damage earlier on. And if you do get some kills, if you do get ahead... Please don't kill me, also. I can't cut the corner. She's too fast. She gets like 300 speed for free.
You'll see more with your eyes closed.
Enemy rampage.
Yeah, I think PTA is probably better, though, what people are saying in chat. 'Cause that also gives you burst, and it makes your bomb do a lot more damage. Just 12% from all sources, so... Yeah... This is just one of those games where they're just way better than we are. I don't know if I researched this or not, but... Hey, what's up, Neo? Yeah, I don't really do it with people, sorry. I need to check my Twitter more often. I don't usually look at the messages on there. If you have something like important you want to ask me, just email me at thestratchprofessor@gmail.com. But yeah, I don't really do it with people, man. Because I can't offer that to everybody. It's like very, very few people I do it with. So I can't just do it with just fans. Unfortunately. I'm sure a lot of people would probably like to do it with me on my account that's in gold MMR, but... I mean, if I was like, you know, a brand new streamer or something and only had like maybe 10 subscribers or something, you know, maybe I could do something like that, but it's just not really feasible. Also, if you're in the Caribbean, the ping would probably be pretty intense. I don't know if Caribbean plays on NA or like which server Caribbean would play on, but it doesn't matter. Even if you were sitting right on top of the server, as a matter of policy, I don't do that. Also, it can get kind of weird too in general, you know, depending on sort of duo etiquette. You know, if stuff doesn't work out, if we're just not winning a lot, then I have to say, nah, I can't duo anymore, you know, and that's just kind of weird if you don't have the right sort of rapport, then that can get sort of awkward with viewers too, so. There's really only like 3 people or so that I've duoed with consistently on the channel over the years.
A solid pickle to do the trick.
Executed.
It's like Roach, Kleenex, and Young Sammy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe Hail. The thing is, if you go PTA, then you also have access to all of those other precision tree things for Tristana. And I feel like that's probably better than Hail of Blades. Like, the extra attack speed is huge. Yeah, I mean, they're all just pretty much AFK. We could probably win, but I mean, if Cassio's literally, like, that was not an accident, you know, she rage quit out at level 4 or whatever. So she's not coming back. I think in theory we could come back and win if everyone was still trying and we were only down like 3,000 or 4,000 gold. We might be able to come back, but it's not happening. I mean, that is true. That would allow you to stack your bomb faster and get a faster reset. That is a good argument. I mean, to be honest with you, I've never seen it, so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound like it would be terrible. You know, it makes sense to me. But I just don't know if it's better than the other options. No, get it off me! Oh my god, this potion does so much damage. Yeah. I mean, it does make sense. You do get to jump reset faster. Does that work against towers? Like 3 hits on towers? I think it's only if you hit champions, right? So it seems like that'd be pretty OP in the jungle too if you could activate it on camp for towers, I think. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I just, even normal games or whatever, I don't do it. I mean, I do, you know, if people, like, we can do, like, a coaching session or something if you want to. I can duo, like, coaching session style with somebody and give you tips or whatever. You know, it's 25 for non-members, 20 for members. So we could do, like, a coaching session style where I duo, and you could just ask for, like, no, you know, no commentary. If you don't want commentary on your gameplay, if you just want to play a game, we can do it that way, but I mean, Triss is really good, like, if you have a really strong, like, lane, if you have an all-in support that you think is going to do very well with you, like a Leona or a Maokai or a Nautilus, Blitzcrank, something like that, and you can get ahead early, she can be one of the most oppressive early game champs. Yeah, the bomb works on everything. I'm just saying, like, I don't think Hail of Blades as a rune, I was just wondering if that worked on towers. Like, you get the extra 3 fast attack speeds, but I think it's only on champions. Let me see. Yeah, as a champion. Maybe I'd have to, you know, I'd have to look at the I'd have to look at like Trist One Tricks or something and have to study it a little bit more, run some numbers on it. I mean, it looks like the vast majority of pro players are going precision. I mean, it's one of those things, like I said before, even if it's like about the same as PTA, just the fact that PTA is in the precision tree means that you have better secondary runes for an 80 carry most of the time than you would on in the domination tree. Although, I mean, the lethality thing is pretty cool. Like, if you jump in, getting the extra buff to lethality and magic pen, because her ult and I think the bomb are both magic damage. I know her ult's magic damage, so she would make good use of the spell pin too. But then Eyeball Collection and Hunter require like a lot of charging up. So I don't know. So just because nobody's doing it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad idea. But I'm just not sure. What are people getting as a secondary? Demolish. Like, I get Ghost Poro and Ulti Hunter, and very few pros have done that a lot as far as Recon goes. Huh. Man, I really wish Spellbook's so much fun. I've tried that on Recon, but you're just so squishy without Guardian. There are a couple people running the Ulti Hunter, but what are people do a Nimbus Cloak or something? Yeah. I don't know about that. Ulti Hunter's just so good. I mean, I can see the Presence of Mind is extremely strong too, especially if you're not going to go a heavy mana item early on, or the fights are just going to go longer. Man, they're really wanting me to play Lulu, huh? We got a Kog'Maw this time. I always feel like Lulu's strong, but then every season that I try to play Lulu, by the end of the season, she's like 45%. She's like my lowest win rate mainstream enchanter that I've played. I've tried to make her work in several seasons. I'll go on streaks sometimes where I can get like 60% on her over like 10 games, but if they pick Taric, I'm probably gonna dodge. Sorry to hear that, Neo. You can get there, buddy. Just keep going.
Let's dance.
I mean, if you're a former Grandmaster player, you know, we might be able to squeeze you in if you want a duo. That sort of changes the calculus a little bit there. I thought that you were, you know, like silver or something like that, because you said you wanted to play on my Smurf. But, you know, if you're a former Grandmaster, that could be really nice, because I could learn some stuff off of you, and if we got on, you know, voice chat or whatever, other people might be able to learn from you too. Because usually, I mean, the people that I do duo with are usually like my rank or higher. God bless. Fucking Yi Taric. Can Riot just fix this? Just nerf Yi. Like, make Tarek's ult to where it's not invulnerable for everybody. Yeah, someone dodged, thank God. Like, it can be dealt with in this elo. Like, at Diamond, people can start dealing with that, but it can still be pretty tricky. What's up, Chef? Ornn has been nerfed a lot. I'm not as scared of Ornn. I even think in the heyday of Ornn, he wasn't like that ridiculous in solo queue. He was good, but he wasn't like insanely over the top. It's really just the Yi Tarek. It's just such a huge risk because if you don't contain him the whole game, if Yi just gets a couple of kills, it's very low counterplay to that at a certain point because you just can't blow up the Yi fast enough before the Tarek ult goes off, especially if he alphas. I mean, he's pretty much untargetable for like half a second during alpha, and then Tarek can give him shields and heal him as well. He'll probably get something like a Wit's End, and that's going to allow him to heal up. Like, it's just so once those champions get like 3 items, it just feels like there's very little you can do in solo queue. You have to pretty much like just have a really coordinated effort to go in, invade them, and, you know, try to shut them down in the early game. It just takes way too much effort to deal with in solo queue until you start getting to, like, high diamond, masters, grandmaster, stuff like that. Even then, I think it's probably still a semi-viable strat. I don't know either, man. Nobody likes Yi, except for people that play Yi. I mean, if a champion, like, the only answer is you have to shut them down before 20 minutes, I just think that's too toxic if they become, like, unstoppable late. I just don't like that style of balancing. They need to do something to him. I would start off by taking the true damage off of his E, or whatever it is, I think it's his E, and just make it just flat AD. So that way at least armor's good against him. Start with that, see how that goes. Or depending on what they need to do. Well, first of all, start with that combo, because Yi by himself is really good, but it's the Yi plus the Tarek that's the real problem. So I would rebalance Tarek, make his ult, not make everyone completely invulnerable. You know, AoE invulnerability on the team. Just make it like reduced damage, but they can still be CC'd. They take reduced damage, sort of like an Alistar ult. Alistar's ult breaks CC initially, but then you can CC him after that. Just make it like it reduces all incoming damage by like 50% for 3 seconds or something like that, 2 or 3 seconds. And then give him power somewhere else. Give him like greater length on his E or something like that, so he has a better ability to stun. You know, maybe lower the cooldown on some of his abilities, lower the cooldown on the ult to like 150 seconds. Like, give him some power back to help Tarek out with his other abilities, but just take off the full invulnerability off of his ult. And then with Yi, like I said, they can get rid of the true damage, which I think is particularly toxic with Gensu's. Or they could make it to where his ult no longer like lowers the cooldown on his abilities anymore. So he gets like 1 alpha strike most of the time. Or at least like doesn't give a full reset whenever he gets a kill on somebody. So I think they need to lower his just allow you to target him more on Yi. And that might be enough. If you could just target it more, that might be enough. I think like lowering the true damage would be nice, but against Nautilus, I wonder if I soak a Zoe bubble and then use the Malachi, like, to go invincible.
The Isles will bloom again.
Jesus Christ. How do we win this? Is England good on that champ? Damn, it's gonna dodge this. Autofilled mid, junglers like try and ram us out. I don't know. I mean, the jungler did have a high win rate, but I think it was Nautilus support is what they were running. Oh, Scott's talking about Echo support again. What's up, Lucas? Hey, good to see you again, buddy. Hey, thanks, Talal. Trying to get everyone to leave me a like. Oh, we did get a Katarina champ thing there. Oh, I do own Rise. I forgot. I mean, I feel like Rise is... I'm not going to be that great with Rise. We could do like a brand AP carry as well. They have a lot of melee. Yee's not banned. I don't know. It's gonna be bad. I don't know. I just don't like a lot of the traditional AD carries right now on Smurf. I tried Caitlyn. I mean, Senna could be alright too. I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I need like Lucian or Vayne. Like something that with a lot of mobility. Huh. He's really wanting me to go Cassio bot. I mean... He's probably, I mean, barcode stuff like that is usually a Smurf account also. Sort of. Yeah, my win rate has definitely tanked. We've lost so many in the last little bit. Yeah, this is my Smurf. We're almost all AP though. They don't have that many hard tanks outside of like Nautilus. Yeah, Ezreal. Yeah. I can just go Cassio, that's fine.
There's no antidote for me.
Needs to be fine. Really hope LeBlanc doesn't get fed. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like Ezreal's pretty worthless early on. I think we're going to be able to bully him, especially once I get tier. But Nautilus, Nautilus can be tricky. Nautilus versus Blitz.
So many strings waiting.
I just have to play around the minions properly. I was gonna go by Kroger tonight, but it's like closing at 9 p.m. now.
Problem is an opportunity.
It's gonna go at like 3 a.m.
50 seconds until minions spawn.
Ran out of mana. Damn it.
I'm but I'm never done.
About to get bad.
Minions have spawned.
Holy crap.
Blood.
My attentions are needed elsewhere.
It's possible I should have gone for Q. I mean, if I Q'd, I would have been able to hit them all. I probably should have gone for Q. This has a longer cooldown, and I just wanted to stack up my Conqueror faster. But if I would have gone for Q, I could have hit like all 3 or 4 of them with 1 Q there, and then still had a lot more mana. Probably should have just gone with Q and just auto-attacked a lot. If I'd taken Ruby Crystal, I might have been able to kill him too. Although I would have had less AP. I missed the Q, like, Q being really OP on Cassio. Dude. Okay, I guess he didn't want to get that. Really weird. We're given Nautilus like that angle. If their jungler was coming in, that would have been a problem.
An ally has been slain.
It's just like, it's a race. Like, you just have to get so many kills. Like, you have to come out of lane with like 6 kills. Because one of the other lanes is going to have 6 kills.
You have slain an enemy.
Okay. Got his heal. I missed Cannon for that though. I mean, I guess losing Cannon for heal, I don't even think I got the experience off of it though. Yeah, I don't have any mana.
Has been slain.
I'll be back soon. Miss me.
What do you think about those senators that sold their stocks right before the... I think that should be investigated for sure. Especially people that are on those committees that are getting private information about sort of the status of like what's going on with Corona that's not public information. 100% should be investigated and probably prosecuted as inside trading. It's just like, oh, I'm going to sell 80% of my stock when they never sell anything, you know, like 1 or 2 weeks before the market drops. It's like, come on, man. And you're like in these rooms, like listening to all of these health officials saying like how bad it's going to be before the news agencies get access to that. I mean, I don't know, like, it should definitely go to court. So I'm not sure, but... Just, what the, bro, stop. How did, wave management, like, this is twice where he's tried to go really hard. It's offsides. If you're ever walking in front of the minions, it's probably a bad idea. Like, I'm trying to freeze it here on purpose because Ezreal has to back, and I'm trying to zone him. Dude, let it freeze here, man. It's going to slowly push back out towards him, but we're trying to deny a lot of stuff. I mean, we could go for Dragon here in a second. Probably coming up. It should be investigated. You know, we'll let the courts of law do their thing. I'm not privy to all the evidence. I'm not a legal expert on that stuff, but I think it should definitely go to court. If they're innocent, you know, the courts will clear them, but it's definitely something that should be investigated for sure. We have heavy priority. Can we get that?
know what everyone
They're trying to freeze outside the
Ally
tower,
has
but
been slain.
Gragas not having it. Don't hit that ward, don't hit that ward, don't hit the ward! God bless. What a clown. Okay, get it. Get it. While we have priority both places, we see them all. If he didn't hit that, I think this would have been a lot cleaner, but...
An enemy has been slain.
So, the management, it was a little unfortunate last time. We had like 4 people bottom.
I will take care of everything.
Nautilus could be in that bush, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that aspect can be annoying for junglers to deal with. People just do not, like, how does he not understand? That's like the 4th or 5th time he's gone in with, like, minions pushed on us. I still only got 1 too many points in my queue there. I should have put another point in E, but I'll take it. I mean, you gotta be careful. Like, it is a gold game. But the thing is, like, we do see some gold people that, like, know how to manage waves to some extent, or they know, like, at least how to not be that far offside. But it's fine. I mean, you gotta, on a Smurf, you gotta lower your expectations a little bit, you know. It's just unreasonable to hold, you know, gold people to the same standards as high plat or low diamond.
My intentions are not elsewhere.
The boy wonder, the old man wonder here. Alright. Let me get 1 control ward.
Do not attack my
Here we go again. Let's go start a fight when we're pushed in. hell was that? Oh, those are just random wolves? Oh, his. You gonna give it to me? Okay. I was like, oh my god, am I getting flanked by the LeBlanc? But it was Ezreal's R aggro the wolves.
I'm not so easy to
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hey, thanks, Neo. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for coming out. What's up, Evan? Jax is murdering our Camille.
Wealth is valuable.
Top lane's getting killed as per usual.
Power.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Unstoppable. Your team has destroyed a turret.
He doesn't have any mana, so he can't pull. We're still possibly losing this game
Double kill.
right now.
Power requires precision.
It's like 5-0. We've got both dragons. It's a race, man. I mean, Jax. At least I have more gameplay against Jax than I do against like Fiora from last time. LeBlanc's gonna be difficult. Depending on if she can juke my stun or not. We gotta farm this Nautilus a bit more. Gonna get that to me? Okay. I was gonna give it to him if he was, you know, gonna throw a fit about it. I'm gonna
Listening.
get Scuttle, Blue, all that stuff. I do want the money, but get this Scuttle. This is greedy because I didn't get a lot of extra money for that, but the Scuttle is really important for controlling. We gotta have, yeah, your eyes gotta go in there first. Got an ult?
Double kill. Shut down.
Ezreal got a Hex Drinker. It's not gonna help you, bud.
I like to leave a lasting impression.
Good kitty. I mean, Hex Drinker is good with the right champion. Ezreal's not the right champion for that.
An ally has been slain.
Damn. Well, that was unlucky. What? How is that not seeing it? What the fuck? Wait, how does she see it with her ward, but my ward doesn't see her ward? Like, what is that logic? Gosh. Like, actually, how does that not see inside that bush right now?
Think what I could offer.
Damn, I'm getting bugged. No, right here, right here, right here.
Do you have a ladder? Or would you like one?
An enemy has been slain.
If Nidalee shows up bottom, we can do top. Okay, Jax is going there. if you need to ult that, man. We're gonna have to give that up. I mean, I assume they're on it right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and start pushing top. Yeah, they got it. That's fine. So we were kind of offsides. We had a dead person too, and one person who was probably out of stuff,
Many wars begin with a whisper.
out of resources from getting caught out middle. So there was no way we were gonna be able. We'd have to fight a 4v5 for that dragon, and we could have just gotten a free Baron. So just want to get Baron there. I'm not entirely sure that I can 1v1 this Jax. He does have Wits End, so I can just keep pushing and farming and look for another opportunity. These golems should spawn here in a second. Yeah, there we go.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Okay, he went back. I probably should have just kept pushing. No, they don't have that much wave clearance. They have a little long. That Ezreal R. Oh, that is unfortunate. That Gragas barrel knocking the Jax basically into melee combat with me turned that whole fight around.
Secrets are sharp.
I thought we could have won that. Can't go any deeper than that because I don't know where anyone is.
You won't forget my face.
Yeah, they're fed mid laner and top laner. Unless they come over here and face check this brush. Yeah, they're just gonna walk it up middle.
Mindless? No. Flexible.
Yeah, now they've got all of that boarded up, so it's a little LeBlanc playground down there.
Don't control.
When we try to go get this dragon. It's like 1v15 or something, because oh god, this is so frustrating. Because like it's even worse, because like the Draga's bumping him into me right there, which is so catastrophic.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I mean, I could have outplayed the Jax a little bit better there, maybe. If I would have dodged the easy ult, I probably could have turned that around. But why, dude? Okay, maybe. Maybe we can get... If we get this dragon...
Every problem is an opportunity.
Can't ult on top of that ward, I don't think. Maybe I can. Okay, let's go. What the hell just happened?
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy is unstoppable.
I'll be back soon. Miss me.
I'm gonna get Baron off of that, though.
Like what you see.
Shut down.
Let's step in front of those, man. Jax is so freaking difficult to deal with. I'm gonna get a Banshees. I don't know. Maybe I do need to get a.
The test of your manners is patience.
Yeah. We just gotta. I think we just gotta do it. Yeah, Nidalee's right there. Yeah. It's not bronze. It's like gold 3.
Careful now. I'm here, but I'm never gone.
If we can lock down the we can lock down the LeBlanc, maybe. Oh my god, dude, like 2 of them have Banshees. So obnoxious. We need Blitz to get a hook. Yeah, hook him, Blitz. Okay, nice. Here we go, here we go. Nice. Okay, that was a good blitz hook right there. There we go. That might be it. Let's see. Yeah, Jackson's still dead for 26. I think we can get him. Alright. I mean, that is a nice thing about Blitz. You land a hook end game on a key person, and then if I get to drop that ooze on him, the W, she couldn't jump back out until it was too late. Oh gosh. Okay, well, got a couple of plays there down the stretch. It was so hard. What were the I wasn't even with them for a lot of the fights. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't have the most damage, but okay, we were down 4K at one point. I mean, we had Dragon Soul and Baron, and it felt like it was still like we were unfavored near the end there. We had to get a couple of like clutch hooks. Yeah, I really didn't do like that much damage because I was out like farming in a lot of those fights. Why didn't the Jax back door? They probably we did a good job of keeping the lanes pushed up, and they probably didn't have a ward in our base. I mean, he could have tried at the end, I suppose. I mean, I do have TP. I don't think they had a ward in the base, and I think the inhibitor respawned too. But I mean, I don't know if they really had to. I think they had a chance at a 1v1 or like a 5v5 maybe if LeBlanc gets a pick. They did so much more damage than we did. Okay, we'll get back on the main. Alright, let me go refill my drink here real quick. So, like, I'm Bronze 1. It has me as Bronze 1 right now. But everyone, like, most people in these games are, like, Gold 3. That's, like, the MMR. I don't think Camille could 1v1 the Jax. I mean, maybe. I'm doubtful though. If she can dodge his counter strike, like if he tries to counter strike and she is able to E away from him or something and not get stunned, like maybe. If he starts a counter strike and she like E's hook shots to a wall, he misses, and then she goes back in and gets a stun. You know, if something crazy like that happens, like, maybe she could do it, but Jax is just such a nightmare, like, late in the game. It's one of the highest scaling champs in the game, if he's not contained. He never got a Quicksilver Sash from Malzahar, which is really good news for us. Okay, let me go grab a drink really quick. Then we'll get back in. We'll play one on our normal... Oh, I need to update my thing, too. What are we... Sadie, calm down. What did we get for that last one? 36. And I think we've lost... I think we're 1... I think we're 2-2. Because we won a Malachi game, lost Lulu game... And then I think we're 1-1 on Cass or something like that. Okay, but I'll be back in just a second. Yeah, I mean, but are they going to do that in Gold 3? Probably not. I mean, maybe she can dodge the counter-strike with her R. But that's, I mean, that's a really quick animation when the counter-strike goes off. So, I mean, she has outplay potential, but I think it's on her to make the outplay. If it's just two people just running at each other, just, you know, punching each other in a fist fight, he's going to win. Okay, I'm going to run. Some of you might see one ad, but I'll be back in just a moment. I'll go ahead and put us in queue. I probably won't make it back in time, but if it's a long queue, maybe. Got back literally at the millisecond to grab it. Oh, the camera froze up. Classic, unplug it, plug it back in. Probably gonna die here pretty soon. Lucian's annoying. Unless they pick a heavy AP jungler, they're gonna be all AD. Oof. I really don't want to do Malachi into that. I'm gonna get locked up and blown up. Potentially. I don't know. I can lock down all of these guys, though. Let's go do Recon.
Let's dance.
I do have some magic damage there, but if we're going to be getting a lot of armor, which we are, Overgrowth is probably going to be a little bit better there. The health's going to have more value. Probably more jungle. Okay, yeah, so we're stacking a hell of a lot of armor this game. Oh, it's Zac top. I just noticed that. Maybe I should have taken Revitalize with Zac. I didn't think about that. It doesn't affect the shields, though. It does affect the heal. Okay, so we're probably going Frozen Heart first item. Zac's not going to get that because he doesn't use the mana. So probably do Frozen Heart, Ninja Tabby, Knight's Vow, something like that.
We are seen dancing and thought insane. By those who can't hear the
Dust. Of perfection.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Hopefully they all get tabbies. Jen will probably still get swiftness,
30
but
seconds until minions
I do like Gargoyle Stoneblade. I don't like it on Recon. Because you should, like, my theory about Recon a lot of the time is, unless they have a really, like, overstacked team
I live in the moment.
with one thing like this where it's all AD, I think you should be nimble enough to get more utility items. Because he, unlike a lot of other tanks, he can move around. He doesn't have to stay in there. You know, when Malachi goes in, or Leona, or Nautilus, you're staying in the fight most of the time. You can't really get out as easily. But with Recon, if you're, you know, choosing the right moments to move around, you should not need as many resistances a lot of the time. But yeah, unlike most other proper tanks, it's good if they have an even spread of damage on their team. If they're really overloaded like this, I probably wouldn't even get it in this game on like a Leona or a Nautilus. I'd probably just get Frozen Heart.
They will see my dance.
Then they will know.
But yeah, I think that it is a good item on a lot of champs. A lot of proper tank champs that want to just go in there and just auto attack and be sticky. You do not want to fight them early. Braum Lucian's a really dangerous lane. So I didn't want to be like a hard engage champ because Braum's very good at counter engaging, and you just get stuck. He just kind of sticks everybody in fights. It's just really hard to get away from him. And I'd probably just get blown up. So that's why I went with more agile option. But I wanted something that could take advantage of all the armor. Yeah, there are times where I would maybe consider it, but a lot of times, no.
Only as wild as magic.
It's pretty rare on recons too. Like I pretty regularly look at like what a lot of the other top one trick recons are doing on like op.gg and stuff like that, and it's really rare to see stuff on them. At least the last time I looked. I don't always do exactly what they do. There's actually quite a bit of differentiation between what they do. There are some commonalities, but there are a lot of different people who are very successful in recons do different things because he's so versatile.
You know what beauty truly is.
First,
It's not good. Oh my god, he has 2 CS? What? And he took Ignite?
Long ago, our kind danced
I didn't even notice he took Ignite over TP. Tank versus Riven. All that gold and experience is going to waste on the tower. If I was Elise, she just lost like a level or a level and a half worth of experience to get that kill on Riven. I think just getting the experience is probably worth.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story. Humans call it battle. It's just a dance.
My W got interrupted, or I would have been able to kill the Lucian without using my flash, but... Wow, he got cold. I mean, I guess it is kind of a farm off, but... Surprised he didn't try to push his advantage more. Yeah, I'm probably like top 100 recon or something right now in US. I don't know, I haven't looked at it recently. I was as high very early in the season. I got as high as number 8. That was before a lot of people had played a lot of recon. But yeah, I think last time I looked, I was like 70 or something like that. I don't know. Seems like they have that warded. They're just playing like very cautiously. Yeah.
They're gonna try and test me?
They're respecting that Elise could be here. They may have seen her on a ward, though, at this point.
I dance because I'm free.
Has 2 kills. Not good. And they're 1 AP threat. Get 2 kills. That's such... Oh my god, he has 7 CS? 7 CS at 8 minutes into the game. I'm speechless. Sort of.
Enemy has been slain.
Really? How did he not take 1 more tower shot? Wait, Jin had heal? What?
They ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
It's like unbelievable. Like actually difficult to fathom. And you have Ignite and you're against someone who has Teleport.
I'm getting impatient.
Because every time he's
I need
died,
to understand the plan.
he loses like 20 CS to the tower because he doesn't have TV. And she all-in dives him. And somehow kills him under tower even though he's Zac.
Only in the moment before I fire.
Is he actually thinking about fighting her? Like, dude.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't
I don't know if you
fun.
noticed, but you were 2 levels down. 3 levels down on her. I guess 2 now. You just leveled up.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay. In Zed we trust.
I'll just put that there. That's a good place.
Yeah, Lucian got both kills last time. That's real rough.
An enemy has been slain.
Holy shit.
Now, why'd you make me
They will see me. They will see my dance.
Absolutely brutal. I mean, maybe I'll force that too hard.
Magic is
I thought we'd have enough juice in the tank to get him without turning it around, but... She must have tried to dive a tower and got killed, like, overcommitted while his passive was up or something. Like, that's the only scenario I can imagine where she dies to him like that. These guys are so good at sniffing out these ganks. What the
Breathe
fuck?
in the atmosphere.
An ally has been slain.
I'm gonna live forever.
This is like some fucking challenger level shit or something. I don't know, man. Like, I've never seen a bot lane sniff out ganks this well, constantly. Unless they just have, like, her entire jungle on the top side warded up, which they very well might.
Ally has been
For
slain.
humans, magic is like fire. For us, it's
And then we keep just overcommitting, like, really hard to these.
woo! I am so into this. What is this?
Turret plate will fall soon. Your turret has been destroyed.
You're never gonna hear me say that diamond's the same as silver. Because I'll guarantee you, if you put 5 silver people against 5 diamond people, the diamond people are gonna win like 95% of the time.
All right.
Well, I guess the towers are gone, or at least our tower's gone top, so.
They want us in cage.
I should have background checked the Zac more. I saw Zac and I just assumed it was jungle. I wasn't paying attention. Zac is a very good jungler, but top lane is like
I need to see people can see
rough.
how awesome
Unless maybe he's a one-trick Zac, maybe that's possible. But you're gonna get 2 towers at the same time. Yeah, but it's bad though. Because we're behind, like, a lot of CS in every lane, towers, and they scale really well too. I mean, we do have the possibility that they are all 8, or the fact that they are all 80 does help a little bit, but
Ally has been slain.
and the Zac is just like literally worthless. And it feels like Jhin is not like that great in this meta either. I don't know. Yeah, kill depth just really often don't mean that much. It's all about like map pressure and scaling more so than anything else a lot of times seen back in the games. I mean, I guess they just figured like top lane is murdering so hard they can just play like super safe in the bot lane the whole laning phase.
burn 'em.
And I mean, they just outplayed us hard on like 3 different ganks.
I want to. That's the only way.
No, they're not stream sniping me. They're just playing really well. I mean, it's a combination of kind of what I just said, where it's like they've probably
It's
just
all
realized that,
filthy and dangerous.
you know,
And that's why I love it.
our top laner had 7 CS at 8 minutes, and so they just figured that Elise is probably just gonna sit bottom the whole time. true. I mean, most of the time, junglers sit bottom anyways. Like, it doesn't even take that much extra reasoning to figure that out. I mean, there's no way he was gonna die there either way. What, dude? I mean, let me see these guys. These guys duoed or something?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Well, they're not duoed, but they are, like, mains. I guess we're mains, too. I don't know.
An ally has been slain.
I mean, that's probably the best bot lane, I think. I've played against it in a while. Like, both of them are playing. Wait. Oh my gosh, the stun though. Can't believe I got stunned out of my W. That's so troll. I guess QS has to get reward. Please. Oh, I thought. Oops. I saw the red dots. That's them if it's red. I thought everybody showed up as little dots on there, like only your team showed up, but no, it was them, so that was a waste. Well, we just got outplayed bottom hard, and top is. I don't even know what to say. 7 CS at 8 minutes, that's all you can say about that. When you take Ignite and your enemy laner takes Teleport. I should have done that without any flashes. Huh. I've never seen that before, where you knock people up and then you get another combo on them with the Q with Yasuo, and then you go for the ult. That's a nice touch. I mean, Zed's trying. Zed is 9-3. I feel bad for Zed. It's sad just like how much
I've been
Jin has
kicking around
fallen
since
to.
I
It
was
just
born.
feels like
It's
because he was
alright.
so good
It's okay.
at the start of the season,
Staying
but like those crit cloak nerfs and the storm razor nerfs, where it's like so brutal. I think they may have nerfed him directly too. Maybe not, but. Nobody's sniping, they're just playing well.
Your inhibitor is respawning soon.
What humans call magic, we call life.
Nah, I'm not blocking the map. I really hate it when people do that. Also, when I'm trying to watch, because part of understanding the game, watching it, for me at least, is like being able to look at the mini-map so I can kind of understand what's going on. To me, that's like watching a football game or something and blocking up half the court, or like the field, or watching a basketball game and blocking, you know, half of the field. Just like keeping the camera just like zoomed in permanently on the player, right? On like a single player, not showing anything else. Is that an ace? Can we do anything? I don't think we can do anything now. You know, it'd be like zooming in on LeBron, just like a close-up of LeBron, and that's it. Not showing like any of the other players on the map. Huh. I know. I assume most people are like that. But yeah, it's just something that annoys me when people block their maps. I know, I understand that, but I'm just talking about from a spectator's perspective. I just think that it just feels bad. I mean, most of the time in places like Challenger, like they're gonna have the map warded, and they're gonna be smart about where you probably are anyway. Done that to me like 2 or 3 times. The Pats did. It's a different kind of thing, I suppose. I can't believe Tom Brady left. I don't know all of the details. Is he just like? I would just retire. If I had been in an organization, I was just like an ultra legendary character there. I wouldn't want to go somewhere the last year. Just. I don't know. Just retire in the place that you've been at the whole time. I mean, I guess if he thinks that they're just really not going to be competitive at all next year, and he thinks that there's a good opportunity for him to go somewhere that's like really competitive, where he can eke out like 1 or 2 more championships, I can see it. But it better be something like that. I mean, I don't know. It's tough for me to say that. Maybe they weren't offering him enough money. I can't imagine they weren't offering him max. But maybe if somewhere else was offering him significantly more money. I mean, it's hard to blame somebody for taking an extra 15 million or, you know, whatever a difference between contracts might be. The old 99 LP. Alright, we'll do one more here. So I don't know the whole situation, but I'm doing my first Well, it's alright. You can come back anytime you want, Best Noob. Doing my first online class thing tomorrow. I didn't realize that the streaming, that it takes, like, on a new account, 24 hours before you can stream, I think. Okay, well, that could be a thing. Yeah, if they're really trying to lowball him on the contract, and, you know, they're choosing to, they're choosing to blow up the team and, like, reset, yeah, I could see him leaving for that. If they think they're just going to sell out anyways, and, you know, make a ton of money and stuff like that without him, I just think there's a lot to be said for marketing of certain athletes, even if they aren't in their prime, like 100% worth of value on the field. If they're like an ultra legendary person that like brings in a lot of viewership, like Kobe, rest in peace. You know, in his later years, he wasn't the same type of all-star that he used to be, but he was definitely worth whatever they were paying him just because of all the TV contract deals. And he sells tickets, he gets people to tune in and stuff like that. And I don't know, I assume Tom probably has a similar type of appeal. But so what, who did he get? So he got another contract that was $50 million for 2 years, and they were only offering him 1 year. Oh, I need to look up whatever the contracts were, I guess. I haven't really followed it that closely. I just saw that he was released. But yeah, I mean, if he's getting like, you know, 30 million more going to another team, like, it's hard to turn that down. Because I think he's still probably pretty good. I honestly do not follow the NFL like that closely. Morgana's obnoxious, but I mean, anything that I want to play is gonna be like Morgana's gonna be obnoxious against him. I don't know what these guys are saying. So you can't blame him. I mean, yeah, he probably already has hundreds of millions of dollars and things like that, but I think it is kind of a respect thing, what Mitch said too. If people are just disrespecting you, like not giving you a good, oh, is he going to Florida now? Is that money guaranteed if they still like cancel football for next year or part of it? I didn't really scout this, but they're speaking in Chinese. I'm a believer. Let's do it. Yumi's okay. It's not just about the morgue, though. Like, I wanted something that could shut Katarina up, but if they get the, if the Katarina gets fed and they drop that black shield, that's going to be rough. I'm trying to think of what I could have played that I would want to play into Cat that could also break that shield really quickly. There aren't a lot of champs. It'd be like Brand or Zyra, but both of them can get outplayed hard.
I tried being good, but evil just brings out the spark in my eyes.
Okay. I saw it as Tom Brady, like, leaving the organization then. I didn't see it as the organization basically leaving Tom Brady.
Safety is boring, Miku. Let's start a fight.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Have I watched One Piece? I'm not sure what One Piece is, so I guess not. I really don't watch TV. Or whatever that is. I don't know if that's a TV show or what. I've been watching the new season of Westworld. That's about it, though.
For doing my thing.
Minions have spawned.
If we can keep the cat contained, I think
Universe tends towards
we can deal with the
chaos.
rest of it.
I'm just helping it along.
Rise does have a lot of magic damage, so maybe we can break the, I would like to watch more anime. I think it would be fun, but maybe when my daughter's a little bit older, I can convince her to watch those kinds of cartoons. But, I don't know. Why reveal that, dude? Okay, well, I got a flash.
I feel a fight.
But like the stuff that she watches is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of the cartoons, they teach kids stuff, you know, and they're relatively positive and happy. And she's just such a a happy kid in general. I don't want to introduce her to complex, you know, death, you know, stuff like that coming up. Unbelievable.
Sometimes we agents of darkness need a break. And a chocolate bar.
I think lockdown's gonna last a lot longer than that. I don't know. Like Trump's saying he wants to try to end it earlier, but I think states are gonna ultimately make the call on that.
Doing the right thing is boring. I'm waiting for
Oh my god, can this guy miss?
An enemy has been slain.
because I'm free, and I am free because I'm bad.
What's up, AN? I mean, I've got my all my rankings and stuff down at the bottom
I
there.
saw stars for a second. I love evil. Evil loves me.
An ally
Vaccination's
has
at
been
least
slain.
a year and a half, 2 years
An
away,
enemy has been
most likely.
slain.
It's kind of
It's not
difficult
that
to
I
vaccinate
completely
for
lost
because
my
it's
sense
already
of hope.
mutated so many times
It's
also, and you have to
the
go
light
through
inside
like
me
all
died
these
a long
phase
time
3
ago,
trials
leaving
and
a
things
dark,
like that.
very good-looking
Because you don't want to screw up a vaccine and give it to a lot of people, and they get the disease or they get some like crazy side effects or whatever.
Life is way more fun.
You can take cleanse. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, you can do it versus Morg, but I think not having it at night is a big deal. Holy Christ, yeah, she's definitely maxing her Q. I mean, it looks really good right there, but people that have a fairly low cooldown, like spammable, like RTC like that, that's such an obnoxious combination. The Morg, Caitlyn now. Oh, we missed it.
How do the Star Guardians see anything? Their sparkles are so darn sparkly.
Yeah, we got the Nunu canceled, and I think we knocked up 2 or 3 of them.
I'm like a comet.
I was kind of scoffing at the, oh, it's lethality Caitlyn, huh? They're going all in on this early game.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
An ally has been slain.
I do what I want. No Star Guardian.
An enemy has been slain.
I only believe in
I mean,
myself.
it's so hard, because she's going to black shield it. Okay. He does have bilge water. Jesus Christ! I was CC'd for 4 fucking seconds? Oh, I screwed up from last time too. I didn't have the tenacity rune. That's partially why.
Can't kill evil. You can wear it like a sweet.
Yeah, I screwed up and I kept overgrowth instead of changing back. In this matchup, maybe I should go for precision just so I can take the tenacity rune. Precision secondary. Just so I can take the tenacity rune. It's just such an infuriating champion in general. Such a sleazy champ. Just black shield again. Why'd they have to buff her, man? She's already seeing like no play. It was glorious. He doesn't have. Oh yeah, he doesn't have ult.
An
Okay.
enemy has been slain.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Answer me.
Yeah, I got too greedy with the runes. I didn't notice. I didn't mean to take Overgrowth in this matchup. That was from last matchup. Usually I do have the Tenacity one. We still scale really well, though. I think we can get our way out of this. And she is going for, like, ultra early game runes and items.
Woo! I am so far past redemption, I am in the fun zone.
What? No way! Hello? Is anyone gonna get the fuck over here? What? What is going on?
An ally has been slain.
That is unfortunate.
Stare in the mirror. It's daily.
Hey, thanks, Aaron.
Turret plating will soon fall.
When Zaya and I were on the desolate planet, I realized something. I don't like being alone. Oh, and spiky space lizards.
Has been destroyed.
Damn it, and Cat's getting really fed here too now. She was kind of getting contained, but just like Morgana with that freaking black shield on someone who's super fed. We do have AP that can break it, but Katarina, that's like one of the most classic, really OP combos if Cat gets ahead, because she does so much damage up front that a lot of times you just won't even have time to break the shield before she kills everybody. Hey, thanks, Jake. I appreciate it, man. That helps. I think we still have a chance. When did he use his ult? I didn't even see him ult. What do you mean glaive is cheap?
Used to be then I bring darkness. Woohoo! Sometimes we agents of darkness need a break.
Oh, Umbral Glaive. Yeah, Caitlyn's going a really bizarre build.
An
But
ally has been slain.
it's working out mostly because like just the synergy between Morgana and Caitlyn being able to CC someone for 5 seconds and pretty much one shot if Morg ever lands her Q, which she's been landing a lot of Qs. I think that's really.
Down.
I mean, she could have been going AP and probably killed us with that lane combination.
Perfection doesn't exist. Except for my hair.
on, dude. Do your flash thing.
Sucks. But it is less complicated.
Fucking Banshee's Veil, basically, too. Whatever that thing is, the lethality item. I mean, it's just like a super all-in. I mean, Caitlyn is kind of already all-in on the early game, so maybe, I mean, maybe that's the new hotness. It does give you a lot of utility. Hey, thanks for the sub. And if you're just thinking, well, Caitlyn's bad late game anyways, I might as well just all in the early game. That's pretty much what she's saying with that build. Okay, get her. Yeah, I mean, they're just taking everything on the map at the same time.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Really? The two of them can't kill this Nunu? Sad, man. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those games.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Enemy double kill.
Be safe.
Why'd you make me go and do that?
No, I mean, you can do it. She's not doing it for the mid and the late game. She's doing it for the early game pressure with Morgana. No, that's not what's going on, Alistair. Yeah, it's bad that we didn't get the plates, but that's not why we're losing.
Thanks, Riku.
We're losing because every single lane lost, like, hard. Must be the Nunu. I mean, Nunu's doing fine. He is up like 40 CS, but
Safest for nerds. I
like if every single person on their team does better than every single person on your team, there's a pretty decent chance that they're gonna win. We still could come back, potentially. I just don't know where everyone is. They could just come running out of shadow. Dude, are you fucking kidding? How? Dude, I'm so I don't even know what to say.
Has been
Self-control
slain.
is for
Like, she's literally Zanya's right in front of 4 people on our team, and she doesn't die. Lucian dies with heal. Like, what is actually going? Wukong still has his ult.
been destroyed.
She literally does the most predictable thing you can do. Jump on the AD carry and just roll your hand across the keyboard. And gets away with it. I don't get it. Like, why did Cassiopeia not immediately ult her when I knocked her up? Or like, why did Wukong not immediately ult her when she woke up out of the Zanya? I mean, like, you gotta spam everything at this point. If we get a chance to kill anybody, you just have to use every ability, every cooldown that you possibly have, because we're so far behind. Like, you cannot conserve cooldowns right now. They're gonna beat us 3v5, aren't they? 3v4.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
The thing is, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't even know how we're losing this. Like, Ryze and Cassiopeia both have the potential to just do, like, a crazy amount of damage. Like, Wukong does a lot of damage. He's got, like, a 55% win rate or something right now in the jungle. Lucian, in theory, does a lot of damage. He's got the items. Like, I don't know what's happening. I literally just, like, charmed every single person on their team, and we had a 4v3, and they had the Baron debuff on them. And they went, like, 4-0 in the fight. Now the picture's becoming a little clearer. Well, Lucian does have a really bad win rate on that champ. I mean, I'm trying to think because I didn't look before the game. I'm trying to look to see if I could have dodged. Almost every Katarina is like 55 to 60% one trick. Like, you never see someone who's got like an under 50% win rate Katarina, in my experience, because it's only one tricks the player. Oh, they had... Wait, we had 2 duos, and they also had 2 duos? Blitzcrank's not a good choice in a Morgana. Okay, well, that's gonna be it. So not an amazing night as far as winning goes, but at least we got to play some different champs, so that's good. But Anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. We'll be back tomorrow around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see everyone here. I still have that Yumi guide I've been talking about for weeks that I need to finish up. Now that I've got kind of the class stuff set up a little bit better, I should have some more time to do that. So, anyways, that's going to be it. Have a good day. We'll see everybody